Let's move to Resolution 3. Madam Clerk, Mr. Shiella.
Yes,
We have
the next nomination for advice and consent is Mr. James Jorgensen as our, to be appointed as our purchasing agent for Essex County. Mr. Jorgensen is a QPA or PPO, and with that designation, it will allow the county in the next resolution, which is a companion resolution, which would allow the county to raise basically its bid threshold. But at this point, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jorgensen to the board.
Madam President?
Yes, Freeholder Payne.
Yeah, I apologize, but just for the record, I think in Sanji's situation, I think Mr. Levesque has only been gone 3 months since then, so we're doing a little better here.
Thank you.
And it's not because of the need, because of the need on both nominations. I agree. Thank you, Mr. Jorgensen. Do you have an opening statement?
My name is James Jorgensen, and I am the Director of Purchasing here for the last few months, acting. I feel very privileged to stand in the presence of the colleagues that I have, Ms. Yvonne Davis, who left earlier, who I've had the opportunity to work with over these last few months, Mr. Sanjeev Varghese, who I work with fairly frequently, who has a wonderful sense of creation and control over the steps that have to be taken. My responsibility in the county is a bit unique in that I don't really do any of the creation, and I don't really help the individuals on the outside as much as I help us. You know, the purchasing department is the right hand of how we procure, and we are also a security team because we are also here to ensure compliance with the local public contract laws and pay-to-play laws. And this appointment helps us to stay on par with the laws as they have changed. And I feel very privileged to have been asked to come here by the county executive and administration, and I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity and very much grateful to yourself, Madam President, and to this esteemed board for the opportunity to be before you.
Madam President?
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes. If you work like you were dancing downstairs, we in for a good ride here. No, I would just like to say, in your time and the time that I've met you and I've seen you throughout the halls and everything, you seem very business orientated, and it's great. And I think that you will do a good job. But you got to teach me some of those steps. You know what I mean? You had a lot of little soul in you there. I like that.
Okay, Freeholder Seabold.
Thank you very much. I got to know Mr. Jorgensen just as soon as he came to work for the county. He has such an outstanding resume. He's been doing such a good job since he's here, and I'm so pleased that we have someone who is taking this position, and it is someone as good as James Jorgensen. So welcome, and I'm really happy.
Thank you for the kind words, ma'am.
Additional questions, comments, freeholders? Freeholder Clark.
Welcome, welcome again, because I think we said welcome when we first met you, but it's nice to know that it's going to be official. This next comment is actually for the administration. I commend them for doing what I think is a very wise and prudent thing, and that is making sure that we have a purchasing agent that is a standalone entity. I always felt that it was not necessarily in our best interest to have that position combined into one individual. And so it's what you do, it's what you've always done, and that's what you do. You're not trying to do anything else. And that's a good thing. So thank you very much, Madam Chair, and best to you. I used to bug Mr. Galland sometimes, and every now and then I'm sure I'll be able to bug you, but you've taught a couple of courses and you've written a couple of things, so I'm sure you'll be able to answer any questions that I have. So look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much, Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
I am available for bugging and dance lessons.
Freeholder Vice President Caputo.
Yeah, congratulations, Mr. Jorgensen. And looking at your resume, I'm trying to determine what was, maybe I'm not reading it correct, what was your last position?
My last position was the specification writer and assistant purchasing agent at the Township of Wayne in Passaic
What
County.
years were they?
From 2006 until 2010.
Okay. Very good. And how are you enjoying yourself in the acting position?
Enjoying is a very difficult word to apply to the difficulties of this job.
You think so?
I work very hard. I have a great team that I am trying to work with to get them to a different level, and I think I've done a good job with them.
Well, I always believed that the purchasing department, not to berate any other department, was always really a very good, efficient department. It's an important part, one of the most important parts of county government.
I will say something to you, sir, that's something I heard Joe D. say many times. I can't do anything without the support of that team, and I feel that that team has been 100% behind me. And every day of the week, when I lean on them and count on them and throw extra work on them, I have not heard any complaints. They've picked up the slack and they kept going. And we're shorthanded by far and large down there.